Hundreds of people across the country protesting Sharia law yesterday, but the mainstream media made it all about Islam.
The clash is erupting into brawls here at home over Islam.
Protesters and counter-protesters squaring off across the country tonight, either against the threat of Islamic law or in defense of Muslim Americans.
Activists say anti-Sharia groups promote a distorted view of Islam.
So it was a protest against Sharia law, but it did become all about Islam. This is something, Pete, that you have dived right into.
Yeah, we knew predictably the mainstream media would characterize it as such. So there was one of these protests, these rallies here in New York City. So I hit the streets yesterday to talk to some folks that were there and asked them, why are you here? What are you doing exercising your First Amendment right? What's it all about? And this is what they had to say.
Today there's a protest going on to protest Sharia law, which is an extreme version of Islam.
I don't think that killing people or mistreating women is a religion.
So you're not out here, are you out here protesting against Islam or against Sharia law?
Against Sharia law. I have nothing against Islam.
I want to make sure that we're aware of everything that Sharia is, everything extremist Islam stands for, and we're aware of the dangers.
Are you here to protest against Islam?
It's not against Islam. It's against Sharia law.
Every radical Islam comes from their law. I mean, do we have to stop that already? America had to be strong about this.
It's not about being against Muslims. It's just being against the ideology of, I guess, murdering homosexuals and treating women as a second-class, maybe under a second-class citizen, just dehumanizing.
Over in Britain, they were just frogs boiling in water, and now they're dead.
Critics will say that you're anti-Muslim. Are you anti-Muslim?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think what needs to happen really is a reformation of the religion from the inside, and I feel like that needs to start with Muslims. So we need Muslims. Fact is that none of these people would want to kick out Muslims from this country. That's not what we're about here. At least that's my understanding of America.
Yeah. And that's what I heard across the board. We talked to a bunch of folks down there. This was one of 28 protests across the country. Some did include clashes with counter-protesters. So the Antifa, the anti-fascist, wearing all black and masked, were out there to confront. But I think what you find are groups of patriots who say, you look what happens in Europe, you look at the contentions they're having and terrorist attacks they've had. How do we make sure that American values are perpetuated here and that things like Sharia law, which is an extreme form of Islam, are not implemented subtly or directly? And that's ultimately what they said. And they pointed to the Constitution and said, hey, we've got a First Amendment right to stand up for the values that have always made America great. So it was always enjoyable to go out there and
good stuff. And you got right in there and got the story for us. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.